Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Coco, and today I want to talk to y'all rather about the dating scene. I didn't do any research for this particular episode. I'm just coming straight off the dome because I really didn't feel like there was any research that needed to be done for this. So anything that I say in this particular episode is based on things that I have experienced, things that I am experiencing, things that my girlfriends have experienced and are experiencing, conversations that I've had on particular things that I've posted on social media, things that I've seen men say, post rather, things that I've heard them say. So let's just get into it. Let me start off by saying that I was in a 3-year relationship that started in 2019. And before that, I was engaged, and I was in that relationship for 4 years. And then before that, I was in a 13-year relationship. Then before that, I was in a 1-year relationship. Before that, I was in a 2-year relationship. And then before that, I was in relationships. I was in a relationship in high school with someone that I was crazy in love with, and then he ended up having to move because his mom got a job in Atlanta. So I've pretty much been in relationships back to back since high school. So I've never really dated. I just, I will meet guys, we'll start getting to know each other, and they'll be like, I want to be with you. I don't want to be with anybody but you. I'm really feeling you. I want you to be my girl, my woman, whatever, however they phrase it. And I'm like, okay. So, now I'm in a relationship. Some of those relationships have produced children. So with that being said, with this last relationship that I was in, where I really was so convinced that this was my person, when it ended the way that it ended, I was completely blindsided. Like, I wasn't expecting it. And now that it's been a whole year and some change later, it's been like a little over a year that I've been single. The relationship ended last June on the 30th, to be exact, which was 20 something days after our year-long anniversary, our 3-year anniversary rather. Being out here in this, in the dating scene in 2023 is scary. And it's scary getting to know someone new. It's scary starting over, like with someone new. Because for me, it comes down to, do I really want to allow this person in my space like this? Like, do I really want to take the chance to get to know someone new because I was just in love with someone? And even though I have done the work to make sure that I am healed from that relationship, and I have really gotten to know myself a lot better, I have had a lot of revelations about myself. I am learning new things still about myself. I am loving myself in ways that I've never loved myself before. I am giving myself a lot of grace where I wasn't giving myself grace at all in the past. I am learning what I don't want in a relationship. I am learning that it's okay to have boundaries and set them and tell people what they are. It's okay for people to say, okay, well, I respect your boundaries, but I can't do that. It's okay for people to not want to abide by my boundaries and to allow them to go about their business. All of those things are okay. But even with all of that being said, when it comes to getting to know someone new, it is a very scary thing for me. And it's scary because you have to put yourself out there emotionally. But at the same time, you don't want to flood this person with your emotions, because you don't want them to think that you're weird. So it's like, and you have to be careful, because you don't want to go there with someone who you don't really know. So it's like you have to be open to the idea of getting to know someone new. You have to be open to allowing them to come into your space and sit there for a while so that you can, spill the tea with each other. And I don't mean like anything negative. I mean just like get to know one another. And sometimes when you start getting to know a person, you feel like, oh, okay, this person is really cool. Like, I feel like I can, continue to get to know them. And then all of a sudden, boom, they say something or they do something that you just don't like. And now you just don't want to talk to them anymore. So you've spent some days, some weeks, maybe a month or two getting to know this person. And it's like, okay, now I don't want to talk to them anymore. And they're out the game. They out. You've pulled them out the game. Now you got to look and see who's sitting on the bench. And do you want to pick any of them? It's like, for me, what I've learned is that I can't put all my eggs in one man's basket anymore. That doesn't work for me. I have to date them all at this point, because if you want different results, you have to do different shit. And to expect different results doing the same shit is insanity. It is just not possible. I had to step back and look at what I was doing wrong, as far as men were concerned. Like, and it didn't even have anything to do with anything sexual. What I was doing is I was trying to prove so hard to men that I was starting to like really, get to see and spend time with. Like, I just wanted them to know, like, or that particular man to know that he had my attention and that I was really focused on getting to know him, and that I really wanted him to understand, like, look, you got all my attention. I'm not talking to anybody but you. But in the process, I was really hurting myself, because I have now eliminated all of these other men who could potentially be a good fit for me. They could have something really special to offer me as far as love and relationships are concerned. And I've eliminated them for this one person. And I realized, like, you do that all the time. And here you are, you're single all over again. So that's not working for you. That approach right there, that's not working for you. Because all those men that you cut off for the person that you just got out of a relationship with last year, those men are with other women now. One of them is married, okay? One of them got married. While I was in my relationship, he got married. I don't know what the other ones are doing because I haven't talked to them, but I'm pretty sure they're with other people too. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. So I had to realize, like, okay, that's not working for you, girl. Like, you need to find a different approach, because obviously that ain't what it is for you. So I realized you need to date them all. And I remember posting that, and so many men got on my post, nah, you don't want to date them all. Not date them all. Dude, date them all. No. Why would you do that and date them all? No. First of all, date them all does not equate to fuck them all. You don't have to fuck all the men you date, and you don't have to fuck any of the men you date. And that is the problem with a lot of men, is that they equate dating someone to fucking them, because that's what they do. A lot of men feel like they need to stick their dick in every woman that they are spending time with in a dating type of, manner. And you really don't have to do that. So because that's what they are used to doing themselves, when women say date them all, sis, or I'm gonna date them all, that's what they equate that to. That you gonna fuck every man that you date. And even if you do, that's your business. You a grown-ass woman, and you can do whatever you want to do. And at the end of the day, that's how men ride all day long. They do what the hell they want to do, and they make no apologies for it. And I don't care who says, oh, well, you can't, well, that's the problem, y'all want to be like men. No, we don't. I don't want to be like a man. There's nothing in my body that says I want to be equal to a man. I want to be like a man. I want to move like a man, make moves like a man. I don't want to do nothing like a man. But what I am going to do is what is best for me. What I am going to do is what makes me feel good, what makes me feel like I am not selling myself short. And I don't care what other people think about that. I don't care how other people see that, because that don't have anything to do with me. That's other people's opinions of me, and what I do and how I make moves has nothing to do with me. It's not my business. That's some personal shit that they need to work on. I love me some me. I'm Team Coco all motherfucking day long. There's nothing about me that's gonna make me not like me. That's my business. My business is how I see me. So if I want to stand 20 niggas and line them up in a row and go down the row and fuck them all, that's my business. I don't care what Tom and John got to say about that. Ain't my business. I don't care what Sally and Sue got to say about that. Ain't my business. And I said all that to say, when it comes to dating, you have to develop, and it's sad that you have to have a strategy, but you do. You have to develop a strategy that's going to work for you. Something that's not going to leave you feeling like you don't want to even be bothered with dating anymore at all, ever, like for the rest of your life. Because I say that to say this. Sometimes I feel like, okay, girl, you're gonna be single forever, because these men, they don't want nothing. They just want to waste your time and lie. That's all they want to do. Waste your time and lie. And then I had to pull back, like, okay, girl, you know that's not all of them. That's not all these men. But trying to find the ones who actually still believe in love, the ones who actually want a wife, who want someone to spend their lives with, is like trying to find a needle in a fucking haystack. It's like trying to hear a tree fall in the forest and you at home in your bed sleep. That's how difficult this shit is. Because I don't care how good of a woman you are and how many amazing qualities you possess. There are a lot of men out here who will still treat you like shit. So you have to be extremely careful about who you are allowing in your space. And for me, I had to make a list of things that I want in a man, that I want in a relationship. And I prayed that, and I made a prayer of it. I had a whole conversation with God about this. And I just put it, I said what I wanted. I asked him to give me the things that I need in a man. And I gave it to him. So at this point, I'm just pretty much, I'm putting myself out there. But sometimes I pull back a little bit because I'm like, baby, like, what is happening? Like, am I the Twilight Zone? Because I just can't believe the men in this generation. And again, I'm a woman who dates men. So I don't know anything other than that. I can't tell you what women do because I don't know. But I can tell you about the men that I've come across. I can tell you about the men that I see posting the weirdest, the weirdest, most asinine shit when it comes to women, when it comes to dating. There was a man that I had to literally find. He had like more than one account, and I had to literally block him on all his accounts because I think I removed him as a friend. I don't know if I blocked him, but I know I had to get rid of his ass because every comment he made about women was bashing them. It was all bash. It was nothing but women bashing. And I post some of everything on my page, okay, on my Facebook page. But he was the type of person who, the only time he would comment on anything that I posted is if I mentioned something about dating or something about anything to do with men that I have seen be negative. That's when he would show up. He never commented on the funny things. He never commented on the informative things. He never commented on anything but that. And he always has something fucked up to say. To the point where I had to just remove him. Because I was just sick of seeing his face. I was sick of seeing his words on my screen. I was tired of it. I had to I couldn't take it anymore. And there are a few other men that I have even snoozed for 30 days. More than once. Because I'm trying just not to unfriend them. But I had to snooze them. Because it's like, what the fuck? And I'm pretty sure I've been deleted and blocked and snoozed. I don't give a fuck. Because the things that I post from experience, or I share things that I think, are informative, or things that I think that reflect the way that I feel about certain things where dating is concerned, or men are concerned. And I even, feel like sometimes women say some really fucked up things about men. There are a lot of women out here who are bitter. They are. But for the most part, I don't see too much love for women on my timeline. I don't see too many men who say they still believe in love. I don't see too many black men who actually want to provide. I see so many men who think that it's simping to take care of your woman, just to take a woman on a date. You a simp. There are men who actually get mad at men who spend like large amounts of money on a woman, like on a first date. Like they actually like get in their bodies about it. It's like, why do you care? You're getting mad like it's your money. You're getting upset like you want it to be you and you're mad because it's not. And then you call it simping. Look, whatever it is, it's not coming out your bank account, boo. So why do you care? And how is it making you look bad? How? This woman, like, this is my thing. You have men who will call women. It's another issue with dating. Call women gold diggers. And I said it. I am one. I'm a gold digger. I'm digging for it all. And when I say I'm digging for it all, it don't necessarily mean your goal. But don't you want someone who wants to have it all? You don't want a woman like that? Hopefully you do. It doesn't mean that I want your coins, because I'm trying to make my own. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's so many men out here who are so hung up on spending their money on a first date. They don't even want to take you on a date. It's crazy to me. I have heard men say, or seen men say on social media, they don't see anything wrong with going Dutch on a first date because you're trying to see if you like the person, if you like her. What do you mean, sir? You approached this woman, had a few conversations with her, at least 2 or 3, and you felt that they were cool enough for you to proceed with asking her on a date. So you already know that you got a liking for this woman because you didn't ask this woman to go out with you. You got some type of attraction towards her. It's something about her that you like, because you felt like you wanted to ask her on a date, so you did. But now you want to turn around and ask her if it's okay if y'all go Dutch because you're trying to see if you really like each other. What? Explain that to me like I'm 5, because I don't understand that. Even when I was in high school and guys would ask, girls to go to the movies with them, or skating or bowling or whatever it was with them, it's because they liked them. They knew that they liked them. And they couldn't wait to spend their little coins. I ain't gonna call them little. They couldn't even wait to spend their money, their coins, on that girl. They could not wait. Now you got men who are in their 30s and 40s and 50s saying they don't want to even pay for dinner. I have men who literally feel like it's like I should just be happy. I've seen her have men inbox me who feel like I should just be happy talking to them. Seriously. It is really sad. It is really sad out here. It's sad out here. It's scary. This is Halloween for your ass. This dating scene, it's Halloween, baby. It's Halloween every day. It's Halloween every day. You got motherfuckers walking around in costumes and with masks on and shit every motherfucking day. And then you find out who they really are. Then the real motherfucker shows up. You have so many men sending their representatives It's crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. And the craziest thing about that is that I just wonder, like, how long, it's like, not even how long, but why do you even feel the need to do that? Because, is it because you know you're full of shit and you just want to see who you can reel in and get them to start liking you, and then you reveal that you're a monster? Or you just don't have any, you really don't know that you're doing that. I don't know which one is worse. I don't know which one is worse. You really don't know that you're doing that you walking around here with a mask on, or you know you are and you don't care. You just trying to play with people. And see, that's some shit that'll get you fucked up. Because I don't play about me, and I'm not gonna let no man play about me either. I don't play about me, you not finna play about me. And you not finna play with me either. I don't know. It's like 1 minute I'm just so hopeful, like, okay, you have to remain optimistic, you gotta be positive. And then honestly, y'all, sometimes I'm like I said before, like, girl, you need another pair of shoes, because you finna be walking these single streets for a long time. And it's not, honestly, it's not even because I have to be single. I'm just choosing to be, because it's like, I have my choice of men that I could choose from. But I know they don't really want anything. And that's the thing. It's like, they're options, but they're not. You see, if that makes any sense. If that makes any type of sense. It's like recycle dick. When you haven't fucked in a long time and you're horny and you're like, damn, I need some dick. Or, you know, it's like, they're like, damn, I need some dick. And you know that you have at least 3 options, but you don't want to hit either one of them up. You don't want to get on the line with either one of them, because you know what comes with that dick. You know what's attached to that. The drama of it all. And you just don't want to be bothered. So it's like they're options, but they're not, because you already know what comes along with that dick. So you don't even want to bother. You just rather not even have it. You just rather go without. And I was in that particular, I had that dilemma a few months ago. There was somebody I knew could get me right. Now I know he can get me right. And I mean right. Okay? Like, yeah, leaves nothing to be desired. Leaves nothing to be desired. He is the truth. And I knew I could have hit his line and he would have handled that. But I started thinking, like, do I want to deal with the toxicity of it all? Do I really want to deal with that? Do I want to deal with that? Do I want to stir that pot again? Because no. I was like, you know what? Don't even do it. So I didn't call him. I didn't hit his line. I just left it. I just didn't bother that man, because I didn't want to be bothered with what comes along with that. I didn't want to deal with that anymore. So I left him wherever he is. I don't know where he is. I didn't bother to find out. I still don't know. So I just, that's what I mean by when people are options but they aren't. Like, he was an option but he wasn't, because of me knowing what comes along with that. So I just left him alone. And that's how I feel with my options for men, like, where dating is concerned. Like, I have options, but I don't, because it's like, don't think you really, I don't want to waste my time with you because I don't think you really want shit. And then with me still, working on myself, like really trying to get myself in a place where I want to be with my money and my goals and, things like that. That's another reason why I have options, but I don't, because I'm putting those things ahead of dating right now. So it's like, I want to date, I want to be in a relationship in the near future, but at the same time, I want to be in a position where I feel comfortable to even be with somebody like that, because I want to feel like I am like I have elevated some type of way before I allow myself to say that, oh, I'm dating this person or I'm in a relationship with this person. I want to be in a certain place in my life where I feel like, okay, I'm ready for this financially, and I'm ready for this goal-wise. And that's just how I feel. Like, I know a lot of, I've met men like, they're like, I understand that, but I really, that's cool, but I really want to get to know you, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't have anything to offer but conversation right now. I really don't, because I'm really trying to get my shit together. Like, I'm really trying to work on some things here. So I'm like this, when I see something, when I come up with an idea, I become obsessed with that idea. I eat, sleep, think, drink it, breathe it. It consumes me to the point where I have to make myself focus on some other things. Not just that it's as hard as I have, because there will be men who I say, okay, we can get to know each other, and the next thing you know, they're texting me or calling me, and I'm not really responding right away, because I'm responding like 3 or 4 hours later, because I'm so into what I'm trying to do. I don't care about that text right now. And I know I shouldn't feel that way, but it is what it is. So it's like, as scary as the dating scene is out here, and as much as I would love to be in love again, because I love love, y'all. I love love, especially with a black man. Ooh, wee, yes, honey. Woo! I love it. But I'm kind of glad that I'm not all the way in the dating scene like that. That I'm more focused on myself right now, because it makes it seem not as bad sometimes as it actually is, because I'm like, well, I'm not really fully committed to trying to date right now anyway. It's like, I can get to know some people, I can have some conversations, but I'm not really pressed about, you haven't asked me out, like he hasn't asked me out, or I haven't gone on a date in a while. Like, I'm not really pressed about it, because I know what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I notice how scary it is. I notice the things that men are saying that they don't want to do for women. I notice the things that women are saying that they are willing to tolerate because they want a man so badly. And I just don't want to be with anybody bad enough to settle. I don't want to be with a man bad enough to forsake my boundaries. I don't want to be with a man bad enough to say it's okay that you asked me out on a date and yeah, you want to go Dutch. That's not okay with me. It's women out here who don't mind, but I'm not one of them. I'm not reaching down in my purse for a motherfucking thing on a date, but a mirror and some fucking lip gloss. That's it. You never gonna see me pull my wallet out. That's not gonna happen. If you want to get to know me and you ask me out on a date, baby, you are paying. I'm not even leaving the tip. I'm not offering to leave the tip. I'm not that girl. I'm not her. I'm not that girl, that woman, that chick, that broad, that none of that. I'm not her. I'm not the one who we go to the movies. If he buy the tickets, I'm buying the snacks. I ain't her either. First of all, I don't buy snacks from the movies. Now, we could go to Dollar Tree or somewhere and put some shit in, and I'll put some shit in my purse. But I'm still not going to pay for them snacks either. I'm not. I'm not that chick. I'm not her. Even in a relationship, I don't do that. I've never had to do that. I've never even had a man say anything to me like that. I'm not that girl. I'm not her. And I'm not going to change my belief system on that and the way I feel about that for any man. I will be single for another year before I compromise on how I want to be treated. Because I know what kind of woman I am, and I know what I have to offer a man that I decide to be with. I know what those things are, and that is why I'm not willing to compromise on that, because you set the tone in the beginning, and what you allow from day one, well, I promise you, that will be the foundation that you start building for your entire relationship. So any and everything that you say is okay from the beginning will be the things that you need to have be okay from that point forward. And my mother told me when I was in high school, she said, don't ever start doing something in your marriage or in a relationship for that man that you were with that you do not want to continue. Because the day you decide that you don't want to do that thing anymore, you don't feel like doing that thing anymore, it's going to be a problem. Because that is something that he has come to expect for you to do on a regular basis. And the minute you say you don't want to do it, he's not gonna, it might be okay for a day, but say you don't want to do it anymore. You're tired of doing that thing. You don't feel like doing that thing anymore. Now it's an issue. So make sure whatever tone you set in your marriage and your relationship is the tone that you are willing to keep. And I never forgot that. So I have decided to set the tone early on. I make it known. You ask me out on a date, you're paying. I don't offer to leave the tip. If we go to the movies, I'm not buying no snacks. I'm not buying nothing. I'm just not. Anywhere you ask me to go with you, if it ain't free, then baby, you're paying. Because if you get there and tell me that I can only order this much food, or I can only spend this much money, or we going Dutch, I'm going to excuse myself. Because another thing my mother always told me is make sure you have enough money to get home. So that's something that I do. Make sure you have enough money or have a way to make your exit. Wherever you go or whoever you're with, because you never know what might happen. Make sure that you can at least get back to your home. Because I saw a post somewhere else that said this man took this girl to dinner, and when they got there, he told her he was on a budget. Sir, what? Oh, baby, I'm not. And it said, are you leaving? Or saying, I'm leaving. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. It was nice. These few little minutes sitting here with you, it was nice and everything, but I gotta go. And I'm leaving because don't tell me when I sit down at a dinner table with you that you're on a budget. I don't care that you're on a budget, but take me where you can afford to take me. You knew you couldn't afford to be at that place when you said you wanted to take me there. When you made plans to take me to that particular place, you knew you couldn't afford that. So I'm going to need you to stay in your lane and pick places that you can afford to go. Because see, it's not about how much money you spend on me. It's about you being cognizant of the amount of money you can spend on me. I need you to understand that to the point where you actually plan accordingly. Because see, a man who doesn't plan accordingly is not the man for me. I don't care about you being on a budget. Take me to where your budget can afford to take me, and I'm going to eventually figure that shit out anyway, because I'm going to realize that you take me to similar places all the time, and I'm the type of chick where that's cool with me. Because like I said, it's not about the amount of money, it's about the way you go about doing things that I have a problem with. I don't like shit like that. I will leave your ass sitting right there looking goofy as fuck. I don't care how you feel about it. And by the way, I'm gonna block you. Because what you not finna do is have me and you sitting at a dinner table looking stupid. I'm not finna be skimming and hemming and hawing over a menu where I can only spend this much money and the menu items is like $30 and $40 a fucking plate and you on a budget. Now I got to ask you, what is your budget? Now I'm finna embarrass you, and I'm embarrassed for you because now I'm embarrassed because I gotta sit here and say, well, how much money can I spend? Baby, ain't no way. I'm out. No. And there's so much more that I want to say, y'all, about this dating scene, and I will save that for another episode. But with all of that being said, I hope that those of you who are, just getting back in the game, the dating, or who have been in it for a while, those of you who still believe in love and still have hope and just believe that you're going to find your person, I wish you all the best. I really do. And I just really want everyone who still believes in love to find their person, because love is beautiful. Love is not complicated. Love is not painful. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is understanding. Love is beautiful. It is people who make it complicated. It is people who make it hurt. It is people who make it unkind. It is people who make it rushed. It is people who fuck love up. Love is for everyone. It is just the people, it is human beings who fuck it up. Because if a dog can love you, then I know goddamn well a person can. And the only time a dog is gonna turn on you is if you treat it like shit. So on that note, I wish y'all the best in your dating journeys, your love journeys, and just stay optimistic, y'all. Just keep being prayerful about finding your person or your person coming to you, and the universe will do its thing. But make sure you ask for who you want and what you want in detail, and make sure that you are what you seek. Make sure you are what you seek. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.